Alright, let's get started in learning about identification tests for minerals. Color is very obvious and sometimes it is useful, but most of the time for most samples of minerals you're not going to get much identification clues from just the color itself, because there are different variations, so you're going to have different colors of the same mineral. Here are some examples we saw in class, and some you'll see in the lab in the coming days. Notice the hexagonal crystal in the corundum. You'll see this in the lab as well. Streak is perhaps one of the more important of the mineral tests, so make sure you do a good job of holding the streak plate and getting a good color. A quick example of how to do a streak test. Cleavage and fracture is an important observational test in trying to identify minerals. Take a quick look at the video clip of determining cleavage planes or fracture in mineral samples. Some examples of cleavage and fracture. You will get to be an expert at this soon. You will get some practice with figuring out luster in the laboratory activities in the next 3 days. Basically what you need to remember is metallic luster will have the glow of a metal, like a shiny metal. Non-metallic will not. So non-metallic is the one that you will have to identify and subclassify into vitreous, resinous, pearly, silky, or earthy dull types of luster. Some examples of luster. Hardness is perhaps one of the best tests that help to identify minerals. Make sure you know and actually memorize the hardness scale of 1 to 10, but also the hardness of your fingernail, glass, and a nail, so that you can use those items as a comparison to figure out hardness. Here's a quick video of how to do the hardness test. There are some special properties that can be tested. One of them is magnetism, another is acid test, and another is fluorescence that we'll be able to see in the laboratory. Magnetism is going to be pretty obvious. You're going to hold a magnet to your sample in several places and see if it has an attraction for the nail. Fluorescence is an interesting test to help identify minerals, and you'll be able to see that live in the classroom in the next couple days.